Namaste guys, Rajesh here for Namaste Tech, and in this video I'm going to do a speed test and multitasking comparison between the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 and the Yu Unicorn. Both phones are priced inside the 15,000 range, and the Redmi Note 3 has already proven to be a huge winner for Xiaomi. It has sold in excess of 6 lakh units in just 2 months of its launch. As for the Yu Unique, it comes after the disastrous Yu Utopia, and the Micromax subsidiary is calling this handset as its new flagship phone, despite the handset not particularly packing in flagship specifications. So a quick specs overview of both phones before we start with our speed test and multitasking comparison. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 that I have here sports 3GB of RAM, 32GB of internal storage and a powerful hexa-core Snapdragon 650 chipset, while the Yu Unique sports a Helio P10 chipset, 4GB of RAM and 32GB of storage space. Both phones run on Android 5.1 Lollipop, though the Redmi Note 3 runs on MIUI 7, while the Unique runs on Android on steroids, which is essentially a new stock build of Android with some enhancements and features thrown in. So just like with our previous speed tests, I will be opening a bunch of applications on both phones, including 3 games, Asphalt 8, Temple Run 2 and Angry Birds 2. Once the speed test comparison is done, I'll also be doing a multitasking comparison by opening all the applications that I opened during the speed test to see which phone is a better multitasker. The Yu Unique should have an advantage here because not only it sports an extra gig of RAM over the Redmi Note 3, but it also runs on a near stock build of Lollipop, which is more resource efficient. So without further ado, let's get started. So the applications that I will be opening in this speed test include Angry Birds 2, Asphalt 8, Camera, Chrome, Microsoft Excel, Photoshop Lightroom, Snapseed and Temple Run 2. So let's start with the speed test. So as you can see, the Redmi Note 3 is significantly faster than the Yu Unicorn in our speed test. The Redmi Note 3 managed to open all the applications in just over 6.7 seconds, while the Yu Unicorn took almost 11 seconds. A difference of 1 or 2 seconds between the two phones would have been understandable, and I would have said that it would not have made much difference, but a difference of more than 4 seconds is something that will easily add up in day-to-day usage. The results of the speed test should not be very surprising though, since the Redmi Note 3's Snapdragon 650 chipset is significantly faster than the Helio P10 chipset found inside the Yu Unicorn. Anyways, now that we are done with the speed test, let's start with the multitasking comparison. So I'll be opening all the applications first in the same order on both phones, and after that I'll be opening Angry Birds 2, Temple Run 2 and Asphalt 8 on the phones. Let's get started. So I'll open up Excel, followed by Google Chrome, followed by the camera app on both phones. So both phones had all the 3 applications in the RAM. Now let me open up the last 2 applications, namely Snapseed and Photoshop Lightroom. So both phones had all the 5 applications in their memory. So considering that the Redmi Note 3 comes with 3GB of RAM and the Yu Unicorn comes with 4GB of RAM, they should not really be surprising. Anyways, now let's move on to the more interesting part of this test and open up the 3 games. I'll start with Temple Run 2 and then follow it up with Angry Birds 2 and Asphalt 8. So the Redmi Note 3 was more than 5 seconds faster in loading Temple Run 2 compared to the Yu Unicorn. So both phones loaded Angry Birds 2 in almost the same amount of time, but remember that this game requires internet connectivity, which skews the results a bit. Anyways, let's now finally open up Asphalt 8 and see how the phones perform. So interestingly, the Yu Yunicorn managed to load Asphalt 8 faster than the Redmi Note 3. I'm pretty sure it's because of the amount of free RAM that is available on both phones. As you can see, the Redmi Note 3 only has 642 MB of free RAM available out of the total 3 GB, while the Yu Yunicorn has a staggering 2.4 GB of free RAM available. So in the speed test, the Redmi Note 3 was the clear winner, but the Yu Yunicorn, thanks to its lightweight Android on steroids OS and 4 GB of RAM, managed to do much better than its competitor in our multitasking comparison. Remember though that the Redmi Note 3's Snapdragon 650 chipset is significantly faster than the Helio P10 chipset found inside the Yu Yunicorn, which automatically makes it a better choice for gamers. So guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching it. Do hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so.